What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here with a review for Love and Hip Hop. Man, it's been almost a year since we've done Love and Hip Hop. It was March of last year. But this is VH1's Family Reunion Love and Hip Hop edition. So I guess this will be season 1, episode number 1. The episode is titled Reunited, and it feels so good. Yes, it did, you guys. It felt good to see some of, the people from Love and Hip Hop. So without further ado, you guys, let's get into the episode. All right, you guys. So what they did was, and I remember seeing this on the Shade Room when they were talking about the Love and Hip Hop that they were returning. So what they did first was they did the 4-part special with Kendall talking to the cast about moments from Love and Hip Hop past. Then last week they did the episode a love thing with the couples such as friends of the show, Tammy and Reggie. Who else was on there? I know it was Brooke and Marcus. It was Jock and Kendra. And now this week we're starting the 6-week family reunion, and I don't know when they're going to start filming the separate shows like Miami, Hollywood, Atlanta, and New York. And they brought people from those 4 cities to Arizona for this family reunion. So we'll talk about the people that we saw in this episode alone. We know that some more people are coming, like Erica, Scrappy's baby mama. But in this episode, we saw Jock and his son Amani, Trick and his son Jaden were there. I think that's what the young man's name is. He goes to FAMU. Mama D, Teeny Fizzlepop, April, Ray J, Paris, Carly and her daughter Jasmine, Joy and Trina, Bambi and Scrappy, Yandy, Mendices, and Judy and her terrible wig, and Sierra. I hope I didn't miss anybody else. But yeah, that's who we have so far. Like I said, I know Erica Dixon is gonna show up. I don't know when. So they all, like I said, they all are in Arizona. Everyone shows up. So they're having a cookout. So what they're doing is, with this, they're making it like Trick brought everybody together for this family reunion. Like I said, we saw Mama D. When I saw Mama D, I was like, oh my God, how I have missed seeing Mama D. Because at this point, we're in January. Nope, we're in February. So by now, we would be getting ready to get season 10 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. We would be getting ready for season 10 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And we would be getting ready to wrap up Love and Hip Hop Miami and New York, especially New York. New York would definitely be wrapping up right about now, and Miami would be not too far behind. Man, coronavirus really messed up a lot of stuff. So it was a good episode to me. So let's talk about. I don't have a lot of notes, so I'm not gonna hit every point. But the one thing that I do want to talk about is Ray J, when he kept talking about, I have on this blanket, he had on the blanket, and he said, "This is Hermes, bitch." Like, Ray J, missed him. I actually have missed Ray J and Princess, on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, with they mess. Now, I'm not going to talk about their divorce because I think I just saw where they moved to Miami and their marriage is good. Whatever. They're doing a cookout. So Trick is on the grill cooking. First that showed up was Mama D and Yandy. And, Mama D just proved to be the character that she is, but gotta love Mama D. So yeah, everybody's starting to show up. So I gotta say to Mona girl, thank you for bringing Messy Red. So everybody gets there, they hugging, they embracing each other, and Carly and Sierra are there. Now, I didn't forget, but going back to last season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Carly and Sierra had their little issues with one another, and I'm like, damn, we in COVID and y'all still got issues. But I had to remember they were all on the shade over this past year, especially the early parts of COVID. Carly and Sierra were still going back and forth with each other on social media in the comment section. I remembered that. So Carly Bird behind didn't speak to Sierra. I was looking at Sierra's face. I just kept looking at her face in the interview. I'm like, Sierra, did you get some more? Did she get more work done to her face? Because if you look at Sierra's face, it looks a lot different. I'm just like, okay, Sierra, you might want to lay off of the plastic surgery. I'm gonna pause here, catch my breath, and move on. All right, you guys. So Ray J was talking about how long he's known Carly Rae. He was talking about Carly was a model. I was like, when was Carly a model? We ain't gonna go there. You trying it, Mona? You trying it? So then Mendeecees and Judy show up to Yandy's surprise. So Yandy was thinking that this would just be a thing for she and Mendeecees. And when Mendeecees was talking to Trick them, and he was talking about the fact that he can't get a checking account, and then when he said money laundering, I'm like, Mendeecees, that's why they don't want to give you a checking account, because of money laundering. They don't want to attach themselves to somebody like that. It is jacked up, but I mean, they don't want to attach themselves to that. So leave it up to Yandy to get the mess started. So they all getting ready to eat, and Yandy is sitting with Carly. Carly's like, let's take a shot. And so Yandy said, before we take a shot, now that you're sober, let me ask you a question. What's going on between you and Sierra? And Carly had to tell her side of what's going on between she and Sierra. I didn't realize it at first that Sierra was literally sitting on the other side of the picnic table with Mama D. And Sierra was like, you know what, Carly, you lying. If you're going to sit there and talk about me, tell the truth. And I'm like, this is Carly we're talking about. She puts 20 on 10 on everything. But the issue was, I guess Carly felt like she was alone in her divorce with whatever his name is, Alabama, Arkansas. What is his name? Arkansas Mo? I think that's what it is. But yeah, she was talking about that. Paris. So when they started, now I will say the food, it did look good. Bambi had the line that got me when she said Trick looked like the uncle that starts the cooking but doesn't wash his hands. I'm like, you know what? Now that you say it, he kind of does like that uncle that doesn't wash his hands. Now when Paris said that she lost some weight, I ain't trying to be shady by no means, but where did Paris lose the weight at? Because I didn't see it. And again, like I said, not being shady, just didn't see it. So they talking about how long are they there? Because they kept saying for the weekend, but I did at one point hear them say for the next 6 days or so like that. So I'm like, how long were y'all there? But whatever, it's neither here nor there. But they talking about what they're gonna do over the next few days. So then Trina tells the girls that she wants them to have like their own little girls party, sexy lingerie event for them, and the guys are not invited. Ray J, when he was talking about that damn dog and how many followers it has on social media, because his dog went into Scrappy Damn room. Oh my God, so crazy. So we see them and they're getting, Yandy was talking to Mendeecees. She was trying to figure out what she's gonna wear to the, to the little thing with the girls that they're having. So then they talking about Judy and why, Mendeecees brought Judy. Here's a question that I have for Mendeecees and Judy. I mean, not Mendeecees and Yandy. Did she ever file the paperwork? Are they legally married at this point? Because I just have a lot of questions about that. Because I mean, she keeps talking about her husband, but are y'all legally husband and wife at this point? Because you didn't file the paperwork when y'all had that big extravagant wedding on television. So I'm just wondering. Inquiring minds would love to know. I do wonder why did Mendeecees bring Judy and her terrible wig? Interesting. I'm gonna pause and move on. All right, you guys. So yeah, as I said, it was just the first episode, so it wasn't a lot to it. So this video is probably not gonna be that long, and I'm not gonna try to stretch anything out. It was a good episode. Like I said, I'm glad that we have Love and Hip Hop back. It just feels so good to talk about Love and Hip Hop on a Monday. God, it really feels good to talk about Love and Hip Hop on a Monday. Cause man, if I had a bad day at work, and I would come home on Monday nights, get in front of the TV and just flip on Love and Hip Hop, and boom, there it is, and just watch the ratchetness from these people, and it would just be my escape. Especially if it was, around this, especially if it was in January when we got New York and Miami back to back. It was just an escape. And then going to March when you have Atlanta. Oh my God. So yeah, and then you go to the summer, you got Hollywood. Like, it is just nice to have Love and Hip Hop back. So we see Carla and her daughter Jasmine, and Jasmine is trying to figure out what she's gonna wear. So then they talk about Carly and Sierra, and once again it's Carly with the BS. Carly is putting 20 on 10, but it wouldn't be her if she didn't put 20 on 10. So then we see Sierra, and she's talking to Bambi about this same situation with Carly. Now the thing with Bambi is, with Sierra, is she can accept, she can own up to what her faults are, and the downfall of the friendship. Now, when Sierra is talking to Bambi, she also lets Bambi know that Mama D told her, and who did she tell? Was it her and Jock? I think Mama D told her and Jock that she's trying to save Scrappy and Bambi's marriage because they heading for a divorce, and Bambi is upset about that. She's like, why would she be going around telling my business? I'm like, Bambi, this is Mama D we talking about. Like, when does Mama D ever mind Mama D's business? Never. So she's talking about the fact that okay, so Bambi's talking about the fact that, she and Scrap, they got married, and then not long after they got married, she got pregnant with Breland. She had Breland, and then after him, not long after that, she had this, their little girl. So she's been, trying to juggle being a wife and a mother, and then she also got to juggle being a wife to someone that's childish, as Scrappy is, which I feel for her. But at least she doesn't have the Scrappy that we got on season 1 of Love and Hip Hop Miami, because that Scrappy was a mess. So she said that they have been getting into it a lot lately, and they're in a weird space, and they got into an argument, and then one night he did say something about getting a divorce, and she said, well, keep that same energy when I wake up in the morning. If I go see a lawyer, keep that same energy. So, like I said before, the girls, they had their little thing. So they asked them, Trina and Joy set it up. They had the little sex toys, the little dildos and everything. They had the questions that they asked. And I'm like, y'all asking these questions in front of Mendice's mama, well, Judy and Mama D. Okay, I mean, well, they got kids, so we know how the kids got here. So I'm like, okay, here for that. Now, when they asked, do they want an industry dude? And when Paris said that when she was talking about what she wanted, I'm like, I thought Paris was a lesbian. You know what? With Paris, I'm trying to figure out why is Paris even there. But I will say I'm glad that it's just Paris by herself and not Zell's thirsty ass, because I cannot deal with Zell. God, he is the thirstiest person I've ever saw in my life. What else? April and Teeny Fizzle Pop. Now, when she said that they went to counseling with their relationship, I'm like, why would you go to counseling? It ain't like y'all were married or nothing. Yeah. So then the guys come, they break up, they bust up the party. They all having a good time with each other. and Mendices is talking to Yandy and Judy. Now, Judy is talking about the fact that when Mendices came out of prison, she didn't get to spend a lot of time with him because he was with Yandy. I'm like, well, that is his wife. What do you expect him to do? Spend more time with you as opposed to his wife? Get a life, Judy. What else? Carly and Sierra had they talk. Sierra apologized to Carly. I would not have apologized to her. April and Teeny Fizzlepop, they dipped off with each other. He gonna go tuck her in the bed. Okay, if that's what you want to call it. Scrappy and Mama D, they had a conversation about, the situation between him and the Bam. And Scrappy pissed off, but Mama D's like, wait a minute. You ain't finna throw me under the bus like where do you think I got the information from? Yo ass. Then we see Jockson, he hitting on Carly's daughter. It's a mess. It's gonna be a mess, but I'm here for it for now 5 more weeks. I'm here for it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it. It was fun. Like I said, I'm just happy to have Love and Hip Hop back on the channel. But be sure to like this video, you guys. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware of when I drop anything else. Also, you guys drop down in the description bar. Now, I was told earlier that the link to my planner channel, it wasn't working. I recopied it again, and if it's still not working, you guys can. My planner channel's name is in the description bar as well. It's Jeromeplanit with the exclamation point. You can find it that way. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys, some of you guys who watch my Real Housewives of Dallas video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, you guys, remember, wash your hands, wear your mask, sanitize, socially distance, all that stuff. And we shall get through this together. Bye, guys. Have a good night.